What's going on, guys? Megagig back with another video, and it is that time. It is time for the face reveal. Here it is. There's not much to look at, but there it is. A couple of months ago, I posted that I was going to be doing a Q&A video, and yeah, at my 1,000 subscribers, and I'm beyond 1,000 now. It has been for a while, but not a whole lot of people really showed interest in that, but I still wanted to do it. So what I did is I've taken questions that I've gotten like over the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, either in game or on different channels or different YouTube, different videos of mine. And yeah, so I've kind of put some of those together. I've got them here on my screen. I don't normally record with my headphones here. I've got a Samsung Galaxy S6 Active, and it records pretty good, but normally I record with, I've got these headphones, and if they weren't stuck on my chair, this is actually how I wear them, like this, with the mic, because the ear things get uncomfortable after a little while, but the mic is great, more or less, anyways. So yeah, I just do that and then have the sound come through my speakers and whatever. But for this, I'm using this because I don't have a webcam, and I don't have, well, yeah, I don't have a webcam. I've got the mic, but I don't have a webcam. So yeah. So I'm going to have some gameplay running in the background as well. I kind of got, you know, some people were like, have gameplay. Some people had video. So I thought I would just do both. I'm trying to look at the camera too and not at myself because that's really annoying. But yeah, so I'm going to get into some of these questions, and yeah, so the first one, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? How old are you? Do you have a girlfriend? Does she play games? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Sure, why not? And then how old are you, I guess, was the next one. So I am 32 years old, turned 32 earlier this year in June. I don't know, what else is there to tell about me? There's other questions about this kind of going down the line, so I might just leave that and go from there. Do you have a girlfriend? No, I do not. My wife would probably not approve of that. Does she play games? Don't have a girlfriend, but does my wife play games? Not really. She's not really into games very much. She'll play mobile games like Mario Run and things like that. I've tried to get her into games, and she just doesn't. She doesn't have a lot of time. She's a teacher, and then she doesn't really seem interested after that. So she'd rather read and all that stuff. So that's up to her. You know, that's fine. We all have our own things. So what do you do for a living? Right now, I am currently unemployed. So I guess this will go into a little bit to tell us a little bit about yourself. I was going to school for computer science, computer information systems, whatever you want to call it. It's computer information systems, but I always call it computer science. And in 2010, I actually had a motorcycle accident where I broke my back right at the chest level. There it is, it's showing up in the video. Yeah, right at the Dragon Ball Z, right under it, yeah. And that put me in a wheelchair, and I was pretty much out of action for quite a while. But long story short with that, I kind of ended up getting back in the swing of things. I got married in 2012, and then I decided to go back to school, finish my degree. I got my associates and then my bachelor's in computer information systems. I just finished earlier this year, so I am currently unemployed, but I am looking for a job. I've applied to a bunch of jobs. I'm more along the lines of the technical computer troubleshooting repair type stuff. I never got really good at programming. But, you know, I liked C++ and things like that. I just never really had much of a direction to go after the assignments were done. Yeah, I don't know. I never really had direction on my own, I guess, to just build programs. So, you know, probably won't get a job in programming. But if the right one comes along, I will. And that actually goes along with something else. Apparently, I do this weird eye thing. Now that I'm doing it on purpose, but I noticed in my public speaking class when I was recording videos for it, I do this weird eye blinking thing, and that's just since my accident, and I never knew I did it until my public speaking class just a few months ago, and my wife said, oh yeah, you always do that, so apparently that's new since my accident. But I'm trying not to blink, I'm trying not to do the weird eye thing, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but that's what I want to do for a living. Some kind of, help desk is a good place to start out with, or computer tech repair, things like that. But whatever comes along, I've applied to a bunch of jobs, and we'll see. Hopefully. Are you a DBZ fan? I am. The shirt I wore just actually because of that question. And I get questions all the time about my intros too. I've got 2 of them, and I use the old one as an outro now. And they both got different parts of, different little parts of DBZ going. The old one was Gohan's theme, a little bit of it when he transforms into Super Saiyan 2. And then the new one is when Vegito is fighting Super Buu. So I thought that'd be a really cool intro theme. Sorry guys, the allergies are still getting me. Why did you start your YouTube channel? Well, at the time, I was playing League, and I had just hit Platinum, and so I thought, okay, I'm good enough now to start a YouTube channel. Or no, maybe I was Gold. I was Gold, and I ended up hitting Platinum later on. That's what it was. And I thought, I kind of like entertaining people, so I thought I'd do this, and I can also make guides, build guides and whatnot, and kind of explain, how to play different things. And I thought it was a lot of fun. Never really took off, though, with League. Nobody really seemed too interested. And, yeah, that ended up kind of falling out. And then I ended up getting back into Diablo. And, like, the first Diablo video I made, I wasn't even that good at the Whirlwind build, which is my favorite build. And but I made a video about it. I had decent gear, and the video just took off like a rocket compared to all my League videos. I was astonished. And I was playing Diablo 3, and I was having fun with it, and I still have fun with it, and so I just started making videos, guides, and I try to make guides and be entertaining while I do it. So, yeah, hopefully I continue to entertain, and, yeah, hopefully you guys continue to watch, and the channel continues to grow. Why is Barbarian your favorite class? Did you just assume Barbarian was my favorite class? It is my favorite class, actually. I don't know. I just really like it. I really like the Whirlwind build a lot because it's got a little bit of everything, especially with the new buffs. It does great damage. It's not the highest damage in the world, but it does great damage. It's very, very tanky, lots of sustain, and because of Wrath of the Berserker and Ignore Pain, you never have to worry about crowd control. And when I go and play other classes, and I start getting crowd control, it gets really, really annoying. So yeah, I don't know, just the lack of crowd control probably. Normally on a lot of other classes, when you run into a Juggernaut or a really bad pack, you move on. With a Barbarian, especially with a Whirlwind Barbarian, you can pretty much fight every pack unless you have absolutely no density at all and you're pushing at the highest that you can. Then then you might want to skip it or see if you can bring some mobs in. But yeah, generally, with Barbarian, with pretty much all the builds, you don't have to skip packs unless you really want to. Let's see, what other kinds of games do you play? I really like all kinds of games. I've got a Total War Warhammer series going on right now. So I like Total War games, strategy games. I love racing games. I'm a big car guy too, which we'll actually get into a little later in one of the questions. I like sports games too. I can play basketball and baseball games. I'm not really into watching sports as much, and so I don't usually end up paying money for those games, but if I come across them really cheap, I might pick them up. There's another question later that says, are you into shooting games? And I am. I used to play like the Crysis games. I really love those. Far Cry, things like that. I was really, really into Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, and I got really good at those. But 4 was a step down from 3 in the playability and everything. It had a lot more glitches. It didn't work as well. The graphics were better. It had a lot of new implementations that were cool, but it just didn't work as well. And after that, I decided I wasn't going to get the second one, or the next one, which was Hardline, I believe. And then Battlefield 1 was after that, and I didn't get that either. So I didn't really like how Battlefield 1 looked, and it got good reviews, but everybody has told me now that it gets old really quick, so I don't have 3 or 4 installed right now. I do kind of miss playing them sometimes. Yeah, you know, we'll see when a new Battlefield comes out, if it's kind of like those again, maybe I'll go back and give it another try and see. What is your name? Yeah, I guess I can say my name. Probably won't say my last name, but my first name is Derek. Does my name match my face? I always thought I looked more like a Michael. I don't know. Speaking of, does my voice match my face? A lot of times when you hear someone's voice, you kind of get a picture of what they look, or vice versa. If you only see pictures and then you eventually hear their voice, they don't seem to match. And the first time I ever heard my voice recorded, it was long before on here. I thought I sounded really annoying, and I still kind of think I sound annoying, but I guess I'm used to it now like everybody else, so nobody gives me too much crap about it. Will you play Diablo 4? Absolutely. I never actually played Diablo 1. I vaguely got to play Diablo 2, or just barely got to play Diablo 2. I didn't actually get it. I played it at a friend's house a long time ago. Then I was like, I never really got into it. But when D3 first announced and I saw the gameplay, it looked really, really fun. And I've, since I was younger, I've liked videos where you bunch up a bunch of mobs and you kill them all, and the kind of farming type games. So I really got into D3. But then when the auction house came, and the real money auction house, that kind of ruined it. And I ended up going away. Then they took the auction house away. It was a little while after that, but I ended up coming back, and I really liked the way the game felt since then. A lot of people online still say, you know, the game's dead, the game's crap. It's really all in what you like. If you like now I like pushing the leaderboards. I still like farming and trying to find that better piece. But, you know, the better and better stuff. But really, I like pushing leaderboards. I can't stand running bounties. But I do really like running greater rifts, especially when you get a good one. It's a lot of fun. Do you still play League? Not really, unfortunately, no. I like it. I still like the game. I loaded it up actually like a month or two. It was like 2 months ago. And I played a couple of games as Ziggs. A friend on there, Talahan, I used to always say his name. I don't think that's how you pronounce it. He gifted me a really cool Ziggs, the Ziggs Master Arcanist skin, I think is what it was called. And I still love that skin, and I like playing Ziggs and a couple others like Malzahar or whatever. But, man, I just can't stand that community anymore. It's just so bad. And it got so bad where, like, 3 out of every probably 5 games that I would load in, somebody would just troll and make you lose the game for, you know, some people like to see the world burn. So yeah, I don't know. I just got tired of that. And I really liked pushing, kind of like the leaderboards in Diablo. I really liked pushing my rank. I really wanted to be Diamond. But, and I got Platinum, which was really cool, and I planned on continuing going, but I had a couple of bad strings and a couple of like trolls in games, and it just burnt me out, and I quit playing. And that's when I loaded up Diablo 3. I saw a video on it and thought, hey, you know, this looks fun now. And I ended up getting back into that, and League just kind of fell by the wayside, unfortunately. I don't know if I'll ever go back to it. If so, I don't know if I'll ever make videos for it. If there's a really loud cry for it, maybe. But there hasn't been. One person since I quit playing, I think 1, maybe 2 people have said you should play League again. And those are very few and far between, so I don't know that I will. Let's see, are you into shooting it? Oh, we covered the shooting games. What kind of recording and editing software do you use? I used to use FreeMake and Windows Movie Maker. Those were obviously free, but they really lack a lot of functionality. I finally found one called DaVinci Resolve, and it is a full-fledged video editing software. It's just fantastic, and it's free. It does have a couple of small things, though. It will only accept certain file types. And the way OBS used to be, I use OBS, Open Broadcast Software, to record. Even if you selected it to record in 60 frames per second, it would record 59.9, and then that wouldn't go into DaVinci Resolve and work right. So I had it for a long time, but I wasn't able to use it. But since then, OBS has gotten a lot better. and it now works really well with Resolve, and so I'm able to do a lot more stuff, a lot more editing stuff. And you guys have seen some of the newer videos with the picture-in-picture stuff. I really like doing that. I've had some people say they want me to go back to the old way. That doesn't mean I can't do like picture-in-picture stuff, but just the old way of doing the build and then, you know, running a Rift after and giving commentary on that. And to be honest, I kind of miss doing that too. The videos are shorter without it, which some of you guys like, but I know some people like long videos too, so it might have to be kind of a give and take here and there. But yeah, I use DaVinci Resolve for converting and editing and combining videos, and I use OBS for recording and streaming. And I use my microphone that I showed you guys, the headphones and microphone. And actually, you guys have said multiple times that these are really, or they sound really clear. You can see there, oh, now I knocked my light guard down. There it is. They're just crappy Plantronics. They costed, I think they ended up costing me, yeah, that's a Kleenex box right there. I'm trying to block the light from my window over here. And now I screwed it all up. I'll just hold it there. Do you have any other hobbies? Yes, I do. I mentioned about cars. I love cars. I'm into fast cars, sports cars, muscle cars especially. I drive a 95 Camaro. I've got some stuff done to it. Not a whole lot, but it's enough where it's really kind of opened it up and brought it to life. Like long tube headers, exhaust, high flow cold air intake, high flow mass airflow sensor, a couple other things. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. It's got a tune. So it runs really nice. It sounds really nice. Even with the long tube headers and the exhaust, it's still pretty mild. It's actually really mild, just kind of creeping through town and cruising on the highway. But when you give it the beans, man, it gets loud and it's nice and I like it. Other hobbies too. I love barbecue, and not just eating it. I love making it, smoking meats, like taking a day and smoking a brisket or some ribs or a pork loin or pork butt or something like that. Make pulled pork, you know. Yeah, the last couple of years, I've really gotten into barbecue and smoking meats. And I do it all on a gas grill. So hopefully one of these days I'll have the money where I can get an actual smoker and actually, this, you know, once you figure out your setup, you can smoke things on a gas grill nearly as good as with a smoker if you have the right, if it's big enough and you can set it up right. I'm not going to say with every gas grill, but with some of them. My stuff's delicious. It gets a good smoke ring around the outside, and yeah, it's great. But I'd love to have an actual smoker, an electric smoker preferably. How can I help your channel? Can I donate somewhere? I've gotten this question before, and I don't really want you guys donating and spending money to my channel. I mean, yeah, I'd love to make money doing this, and I've made a couple $100s here and there over the past couple years. I'm just now getting to the point where if I'm really lucky, I might make $100 a month, maybe. And I'm not going to set up any kind of donation thing or what is it called, Patreon or anything anytime soon. My channel's just not big enough. The way you guys can really help if you really want to is watch the ads that come up. I'm not a big fan of watching ads either, but I do it on channels I really like. I don't do it for everybody. Sorry, you guys out there that I don't do it for. But yeah, channels that I really like and want to support, watch their ads. You also get more money for clicking on ads. So if you have really fast internet and you have an extra 5 seconds, click on the ad. That's really the best way to help my channel right now, other than helping it grow. You can share the videos, tell your friends if you like my commentary, if they play D3 or Total War Warhammer, or other games too. You know, I don't really have any. I have Total War Rome and Path of Exile, but I kind of fell out of both of those because nobody was really watching them. Well, Path of Exile, I was actually having issues getting back in, and then when I finally got back in, I had just really lost the interest to play, and I'm doing this to entertain. I like sharing, you know, what I'm entertained with and trying to entertain. But if I'm not having fun doing something, I'm not going to do it just to do it. So yeah, and that's pretty much all the questions, guys. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. I may answer them to you personally. But as for getting them in another Q&A video, maybe we'll do it if I'm somehow lucky enough to get to 10,000 subscribers. We've got the 1,000, then maybe we'll do the 10,000. I did want to say, when it comes to replying to comments, I reply to nearly everybody. There are some comments where people just comment on something and I'll either just like their video or do the heart thing or whatever it is, because the comment doesn't really need a response. But lately YouTube has been kind of iffy. There are some times where it won't notify me of some comments, and I'll go back on a video from yesterday or a video from a week or a month ago. I'll just be looking and I'll scroll through the comments and I'll see things that it never actually told me that there was a comment there. It never notified me. And I don't know if I'm getting too many comments now or if it's just skipping these. I don't know. So if I don't like or reply or anything to your comment, maybe it was even a question, you're curious about something and I don't like it, I am sorry for missing it. I do go back and check videos sometimes and I check through the comments. But yeah, sometimes YouTube is just iffy like that, guys. Google Plus, whatever it is, it's YouTube, but it goes through Google Plus. And so yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that, but it happens, guys. I'm not trying to ignore you. There have been a couple people that have been just complete trolls and, just say really, really mean, horrible things or something. And I'm not easily offended. I don't have thin skin or anything, but I don't really want all that garbage on my channels. So I'll remove it if it's, if it's too bad or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the comment or the Q&A. I hope my blinking, hope I didn't blink too much. Probably won't have my face in a lot of videos. I don't have a green screen, as you can tell. I'm just in the computer room office area here. And I don't have a webcam right now. When I get a webcam in the future, maybe we'll do something like that and get a green screen like some people do. But yeah, I wanted to do something special for the 1,000 subscriber video. And I know I'm actually approaching 1,400 now, which is really, really cool, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing, those of you that do. And yeah, and I do hope my channel continues to grow. Like I said earlier, I am looking for a job in computer science, tech, whatever related field. You can be like, you're a computer guy and you don't even know what your field's called. It's computer information systems. I know. But yeah, that related field. But if my channel grows and I can end up doing YouTube full time, that'd be wonderful too. Who wouldn't want to do that? High hopes, high dreams, but I'm also realistic. And yeah, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and I'm going to listen to you guys. Sometimes I make mistakes in videos. You guys point it out in the comments. I like when you do, because when I watch a video back and I see a mistake that I've made or I say something wrong, it's really aggravating because I don't want to mislead you guys in any way. So, but yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for watching and more good stuff to come. Take care, as I say, usually. I like that outro. Yeah.